I recently saw a video explaining how to use QuickBooks Online in 6 minutes, and it was the old interface. So I thought I'd take on the same challenge using the new QuickBooks Online interface and give you a complete walkthrough in 6 minutes. Now, this is not beginner training. It's a fast, practical overview, ideal if you want to understand how the pieces fit together or if you need a refresher on the new layout. We'll focus on day-to-day transactions only. For month-end activities, check out my other videos.
Okay, so here we are in the sample company, our QuickBooks Online file, and I have hit go. On the left-hand side here, we have our navigation bar. This is where we find all of those modules and things that we want to use unless we're on our home page. If we're on our home page, we have the option right here to select these modules or categories to get right to work. In order to find the settings to get your file started, we pop up here to the gear icon, click this one, and as you can see here, we have all of the settings that relate to the company. This is where we find all of our lists and some of the more advanced features that are available within you. Now this create button up here, this is where we find nearly all of the forms and transactions we want to create. The customer section, the vendor section, anything to do with our team, and a list of the other types of transactions we're likely to want to use on a day-to-day basis. While we're on the home page here, we can see across the top that there's some widgets giving you some information. If we scroll down, we can see the balances of our bank and also some reporting options that you can customize so that they're a lot more useful. Now, also on this page and on every other page is a very, very powerful search bar. This search bar now works not only for transactions, but you can use it to find a report or even find one of the things you want to do that are under the create button or under the gear icon that you might have forgotten where to find. So now let's make a sale. We're going to pop to create. We're going to get an invoice and we're going to choose which customer we're selling to. Then we're going to ensure that all of the terms, invoice date and due date, etc. are correct. We choose what product we're selling. We're going to, let's sell something quickly because we're doing this in 6 minutes. A rock fountain for $275 and we'll add a pump for $15. If there's sales tax on this, we leave this sales tax checked off. And then we're able to review and send our invoice directly from QuickBooks. And here it is, send the invoice. Now let's create an expense. So under vendors, an expense is something we're paying now and a bill is something we're paying later. So let's go straight to bills. Open this up. We're going to go to Chin's gas and oil and we're going to buy some fuel. And let's just say it was $150 of fuel. It could be billable to a customer. That's a great feature. Maybe this is for cool cars. We might be driving a whole pile of our stuff there. And then we have the option to save here, save and schedule payment, or just save and close. Because I want you to see how you can pop up here to pay bills. And we can choose our bill from Chin's Oil and Gas. We can select our checking account. We can put in our check number and we can have the option now to save and print. And that gives us the option now to print that check payment right here. Now, if you have inventory, we're going to very quickly touch on that one. We're going to go down here. We're going to get a purchase order. We're going to choose who we're buying it from. Oh, Tim Phillip Masonry. And we're going to close this category section and look in the item section here for an inventory item. So it's pre-filled with a rock fountain. That must have been what we bought from him last time. Let's order 2 more and maybe he has some sprinkler heads as well and we're going to get 25 of those. So what we can do is save this purchase order, send it to Tim. Now when we receive these items, we can easily copy them straight to a bill. And now we see we have a bill for Tim, which is the rock fountain and the sprinkler heads. We can save and close and pop up to pay that bill in the same manner that we did the last one. Now the most powerful feature that we have is our bank feed, which is hidden away in here under accounting for bank transactions. So once you've connected your bank and credit card accounts and they show up across the top here, you're able to allocate or match all of the transactions that come in. For example, on your credit card, These expenses are matched to items you've already entered into QuickBooks. We've got a couple of things that are not in QuickBooks. We can allocate them directly here from the bank. And if we take a look in our bank, any amounts that we've received here most likely relate to invoices from customers. And you can see here, deposits and invoice payments are matching up automatically. You can set up rules for any repeating transactions, such as your bank charges or parking charges, and then your banking will become even more automated. So once we've done all that, we take a quick look at our report. I talk often about the balance sheet, but I think we're getting close to our 6 minutes. So we're going to take a quick look at the profit and loss. And what I always like to do with the profit and loss is run it by month. So if we ask to see the profit and loss by month, we are able to see period by period what's going on. Now, unfortunately, the sample company doesn't have anything in January, but you get the idea. Now, if you want to connect with your accountant, you're able to do that up here. Whether or not you have a multi-user file, you can add your accountant here from accounting firms, and then you're also able to share things through My Accountant here, which we don't have access to on the sample file, but you're able to share documents.
That's your 6-minute walkthrough on QuickBooks Online. We've covered the core day-to-day workflow, creating transactions, using the bank transactions page, and viewing reports. If you'd like a deeper explanation of any of these features, I have full tutorials that walk through them step by step. Check out the link below and explore the playlists to find what fits you're working on. Cheers.